Howdy folks, welcome back. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. As typical in a battleship, I am being focused by an aircraft carrier. Ugh, we'll get into a little bit later about this boat. This is the new Tier 8 battleship Atlantico, Brazilian boat. It's based on the 1910 development of the Agincourt, which is Tier 5, except this one actually has AA. And, well, only AP, no HE, so that's kind of a bit of a bummer. And this aircraft carrier spent the whole game trying to focus it, but there is poetic justice at the end of this match, and I'm going to show you that when we get to the end of the video. A couple things about this boat. Again, so it's based on the Agincourt. She's Brazilian. She's got 5 turrets, 10 barrels. They're 381 millimeters, so she can pen 26 millimeter without too much problem, but that's about it. When we get into the details of the boat, you're going to see the actual armor structure. It's got a nice surprise with its Citadel, which is right below the water. I realize that this Richelieu can actually hit me from quite a bit out, so I'm not happy. I'm telling my München, which is a Tier 7 German version of the Atlantic, to get back. We're going to get the A-cap, and I'm just starting my turn to get the heck out of here. But, of course, here comes the CV. I feel special. What else about the boat? She's got low detectability, good AP, great accuracy as far as I'm concerned. Good range at 18.5 kilometers, or 18.6. I've taken a few updates for getting myself an extra heal. Overall, I'm going to say it's a fun boat to play right now as I start playing it. I think she does well when she's in a Tier 6 match or Tier 7 or Tier 8. This was a Tier 8 match for matchmaking. Of course, the one time I don't get upgraded to Tier 9 or Tier 10 is when I have a new boat and Wargaming's trying to sell a boat, if you know what I mean, people. But in Tier 9 and Tier 10, especially Tier 10 boats, you get on the 450 millimeter and whatnot, you're going to have a hard time. You can get nailed. But like I said, the Citadel is actually below the water. So let's go look at that. Let me go through the armor and show you. Flags. I used to be a naval signalman, so I used to do all those kind of flags you see. Dressing for port. Pain in the butt, but look pretty pretty. Love the camo on this thing. It's super nice looking. You know, hats off to the arts department. And these guns are no joke, the big ones. So I like them. But let's go in armor layout. Right off the bat, she's got 32 millimeter, which is not bad, but you got to have high caliber to penetrate it. And along the side, she's got some serious belt armor, 152, 356. And then, of course, she's got side plate armor at 32 mil, and of course, top. I want to take this away and show you the Citadel. It's kind of cool. She is way below the waterline, which, wow, I know it's only 25 mil, but it's below the waterline, which is fantastic. So you're not really going to get Citadel all that often, which so far I found is pretty good. Survivability with all the upgrades is 60,000 for me, and 31% torpedo protection, which is actually not bad. We'll get into armor and airstrikes and all that stuff later. Maneuverability, yeah, 15 seconds. She turns really, really slow. 26.3, no, that's with a speed flag. It's slow, which you're going to see a bit later with me in a Colorado later in this game. I got to bring down to 11.5 for detectability. And she is 13.4 by air, and I think she fire is 13.5. So if you get a bunch of fires, please put it out. Equipment, she's a premium boat, so there's no upgrades that go with it. I personally, and you guys know me by now, main armaments modification 1, damage control modification 1. I don't want fires and floods. I go with secondaries. Secondaries in this boat are no joke. They're up there with the Massachusetts. I love secondary boats. It does help in this game. If you go down here and look at them, I got them set for 11.3 kilometers. And then, of course, I've got damage control system 2 for fires and floods, and concealment. Because if you get Tier 9, Tier 10, and you want to disengage, you need disengage. As I said, she only has AP. They're 381 millimeter. They can pen 26 millimeter without too much problem. And they got a range 18.6 kilometers, more like 18.5 and whatnot. And the reload's 30 seconds. Typical, she's got air armament. Repair, 22 seconds to last, 73 seconds for a charge, almost 74 seconds. And I've got upgraded for superintendent, I believe. You'll see my captain skills, so I've got 5 reloads, which is important to me. Exterior for me, again, a lot of the flags aren't required, so I've changed it around a bit. Speed flag required. Here's my economic, but you don't have HE, so you can't start a fire. I did take the overall flag for ramming, and I really do like this camo. I'm not changing it. It's kind of cool. I've got a captain, 21 point, Emilio Ramirez. Right off the bat, because there's no HE, you don't take them with the higher stuff, you're not starting fires, etc., etc. So I obviously take emergency repair specialist to get a -3% reduction. Grease the gears. I'm going to show you this later in this game, why that's important. I thought about taking vigilant for torpedoes, but I decided not to. Long range secondaries, I want to put them as far as possible. I take adrenaline rush, so that way if I start losing health, I get more firepower, quicker reload, including my secondaries and primary guns. I did take emergency repair expert, so I get an extra heal. Concealment, because I think it's important, and of course I take fire prevention because I don't want fires. And of course that Richelieu hits me, and the first time he hits me, the first shot sets a fire. Is not always the case. Let's go look at AA. She's not the Agincourt, which has absolutely no AA. This actually does have AA. It's not fantastic, but she has AA. Pretty sure I'm going to get hit here. Can't remember. And yep. 8,000. Ugh. That's a tier 10 carrier because you're going to go up against tier 10. Like I said, she does have AA, but it's not great. Nothing to write home about. So overall, there's a bit of a funny part of this video here. We were actually losing, and I decided to push forward, and you're going to see what's going to happen here. Knowing to push and knowing the enemy team is making a huge mistake. I had no issue realizing this repulse was about to go to Davy Jones' locker. Bye-bye. And the Colorado's going to make a tactical mistake, so I'm going to pay for it too. This boat can push. Now the Colorado's 16-inch guns are no joke, and she can do damage, but she can't Citadel me, which is fantastic. So the closer I get, the more level the guns are. She can't do it. She can do chip damage, I call it. Chunk damage. But she can't Citadel me. But I can Citadel her. So I'm aiming for her. I know the Farragut's in the smoke, and we're going to see what we can do. Overall, the playstyle's fun. She's a little forgiving of a boat. And I don't mind that. But she's fun. She's like an Agincourt that can actually defend herself and hold herself. Now I'm aiming for this guy. The Colorado thinks that I'm going to try to ram him. I'm not. Because I can see my heel's coming off. There's repair. There's my heel. He made a tactical mistake here. He should have did a drive-by and going down my port side. I knew at this point he was dead. He wasn't going to beat me. And that's okay. I'm just going to stick with him. Like I said, I'll show you when it's actually critical. When Grease the Gears works. There's a friend of mine, Nat, one of the clan members, loves this boat, the Colorado, and loves trying to torment me with it. But right now, if he fires his front guns, they're going to do deflection. They're not going to do that much damage. And here's the part where I start turning my guns. My other 4 turrets. Correction, 3 turrets. My bad. And I'm going to put 6 more turrets, or 6 more barrels on them. You'll see my guns turning. I've now completely limited his entire front guns. Now, he has the ability to win this game if you're smart, but he can't Citadel me at this distance. So the most he can do is chip damage, and I should be able to handle one more shot, and I was thinking he was going to do that, and he went through the bow. And I knew right here and now, because he's up in the air, I'm going to go right through him, and I win. So we went from a game of losing to a game of winning. Just like that. My Aviati did a great job too, even against the goddamn. So my recommendation, here comes the satisfaction. Remember that CV player? He's getting ready. Easy shot, easy kill. Yeah, no, game over. That was so satisfying. Denied. So overall, how to rate the game? Well, 157k, 3 kills, second in the team. A lot of team members did really well. I'm going to give this boat a solid recommend. This is a lot of fun for this boat. Usually at tier 8, you're going to get upgrade. I've played some games and some things in some scenarios with tier 9, tier 10, but overall, it's a good boat. Hey, as always, comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. And as I always say, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Bye for now.